Funny how I'm wearing a green shirt and the pay-per-view banner is always green for this pay-per-view that we're going to be predicting today. We're going to be doing our predictions for Money in the Bank 2024, and we're probably going to do them. I'm going to try to do it as fast as I can. So let's do this. So I'm going to do this prediction in the order I think the matches will appear. So in my book, we start off with the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. So we have Io Sky, Chelsea Green, Lyra Valkyria, Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, and Zoe Stark. So process of elimination, I think Io Sky, Naomi, Zoe Stark, and I think Lyra Valkyria are out because I think it's not their time yet. Io's time was last year. She won it. I don't think she needs to go back-to-back for this one. So between Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green, I know this pay-per-view is being held in Canada, and I know Chelsea Green is from Canada, and I'm not saying this because it's going to be like a warm welcoming. I want Chelsea Green to win this for the sole purpose that she can be the next Carmella. You remember how Carmella was like cowardly with the briefcase and that she cashed in on Charlotte Flair the night after WrestleMania? I think Chelsea can do the exact same thing. I think it would be like great. She doesn't have to go all the way to WrestleMania, but like the night after WrestleMania, but she can hold it for a long time and then cash in when no one is expecting it. I think that can solidify her as like a creator of shocking moments. So I think Chelsea Green wins this year's Women's Money in the Bank briefcase. You have the Intercontinental Championship match, Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. Now I know Sami Zayn is from Canada, but I think Braun Breaker has to win this. I feel like this is the perfect time to cement him as a heel who is not to be messed with. I feel like if he wins this, he's going to be even more dangerous on Monday Night Raw than he already is because people are already like scared of him and they get squashed by him. I feel like with this title on his hands, the title that, if people win it, they get cemented to the very top later on. We've seen that with the Intercontinental Championship. Take Gunther, for example, and his long reign. I feel like Braun Breaker could do the same. His reign doesn't have to be so long, but he has to have a good reign to show people that he is someone who is not to be messed with, and this is the perfect time for him to win it. So Braun Breaker wins the IC title. And speaking of championships, World Heavyweight Championship, Damian Priest versus Seth freaking Rollins. Now, I feel like this is going to shock some of you, but I think Damian losing can lead to so many more things. I'm going Seth to win here, and I feel like he might hold it for a little while longer. And, if things go like as planned, I feel like he can hold it all the way until WrestleMania 41 and have that match with CM Punk we were robbed with from this year. And I feel like Damian Priest leaving the Judgment Day can set up so many angles within the future. I feel like there's a bunch of storytelling opportunities right there. It doesn't even have to involve Liv Morgan. I know Liv Morgan is involved a lot with the Judgment Day, but she probably doesn't even have to be in this for it to be interesting. But I know she will be in it, so it will automatically be more interesting. So my prediction, Seth Rollins becomes a 2-time World Heavyweight Champion. And then we have the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Jey Uso, Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, Chad Gable, LA Knight, and Drew McIntyre. So process of elimination, I think Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, and Chad Gable, and LA Knight. It's not their time yet, in my opinion. LA Knight was the guy last year, but we had Damian winning and all that, and I feel like he's gonna win the U.S. title from Logan Paul at SummerSlam. So I feel like that's where they're going with him. So he doesn't need to win this year. So that leaves us with Jey Uso and Drew McIntyre. Now I feel like if Jey Uso wins, it would be cool, but I feel like what I just explained with the World Heavyweight Championship, I would like to see it go to Drew McIntyre because I feel like they might go the route of somebody losing this year, losing the briefcase. Like, not everyone has to win it all the time, I know. But, if they're going to go the route with somebody losing, I feel like Drew McIntyre is the perfect person to do that because it's with Seth Rollins and, CM Punk might be involved later on in this feud. So I feel like, perfect opportunity right there. But, if it does go to Jey Uso, I would not be complaining either because he definitely deserves it and he can definitely become a good world champion for like whichever brand he goes to. So yeah, I don't mind Jey Uso winning, but I feel like my prediction is going to be Drew McIntyre. And I don't know why nobody predicted this to be the main event, but I think it's pretty obvious. It's going to be Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline. Apparently, I was confused between Tama Tonga, not Tama Tonga, the other Tonga, Tonga Loa. He's not going to be in this match. It's going to be Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Jacob Fatu. And by the way, I did not talk about Jacob Fatu's debut here on the channel, but I thought it was incredible. That is how you make a star. You have him take out 3 top babyfaces, one of them being your champion, in fact. The champion in your promotion. So that was big thumbs up debut right there. And I'm happy they did not call him Caesar Sikoa, because that would have been a Vince move. But, thankfully we're in the hands of Triple H, and he knows exactly what he is doing. But I feel like this might shock some of you guys, but I feel like the Bloodline have to win this. And I feel like Solo will pin Cody to set up for their match at SummerSlam, and then Roman Reigns returns there. I feel like I don't know about the quality of the match. I don't know what's going to happen. I know people like to tease about Randy Orton, but I think that could probably wait until something like Survivor Series. So yeah, I feel like, if they're going to do something with the Bloodline at SummerSlam, they need to have the Bloodline win this match. So yeah, Solo wins this match in my books. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about Money in the Bank. Hopefully I get all these predictions correct, and I'll definitely be doing the review tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But with that being said, I'm out. And if this guy does win the Money in the Bank briefcase for the men, then it feels very right to say deuces, ooses.